So here's another example. It's about the third time this week where I come out to a car where I cannot start the air conditioning because a sensor was left loose. So one of the companies that specialize in just computer controls, taking computer scanning and fixing computer related and drivability and wiring harness problems, he was just out here while I arrived, and he found two codes. One code was for a coolant sensor, and one code was for a ambient air temperature sensor. And a coolant code can set some options, like say air conditioning or heaters, anything with overheating the engine. If you have air conditioning running, you have a condenser in front of the radiator, so you will be putting more load on the radiator. So if you have a open coolant sensor where it shows that it's overheating, as a safety measure, it's going to do some load shedding. And so it will shut down the AC system so it doesn't add load in front of the radiator. And to a certain degree, where just on some of those safeties, they'll actually even shut down the engine. But they'll just start doing things like you're running a coolant fan, that's drawing on an alternator. You're running a blower motor, that's drawing on the alternator. When you draw down on an alternator to produce more power, you put more load on the engine, more gas is needed. More gas is needed creates more heat, adds to a cooling problem, overheating problem. So all these things could get load shedded. And this one, they found the wire for the coolant sensor, but the ambient sensor isn't an easy one. Usually the ambient temperature sensor, you'll see it sticking out where you can see it. On this one, we don't see it here. So they're going to take off the whole bumper to look for that ambient sensor and see if the connector or the wire was damaged, or maybe they forgot to plug it in. I finished my AC charge. I'm completely charged because I knew that there was going to be a problem. So I charged the system as if I can't run it. So it's 100% charged without me even running it. I don't have to run it. But I just cannot data log and prove how it's going to operate when it goes out. And that's just because there's a problem with the sensor. So third time this week, fourth time. Is this the fourth one? And I already had three. Can't remember. But this has been repeatedly happening more. It used to be monthly, several times a month. But now with the cars, with all the sensors now, it's happening. What used to happen to me in a month is now happening to me with vehicles. I can't turn on the air conditioning because somebody forgot a ground. Somebody forgot to do a connector. They didn't properly fix the wire, not quite right. And this is the scenario. AC not working. Now the whole front bumper has to come off to find that sensor and track what the problem is. And yeah, more and more. And this is what it's getting down to as these new cars get more advanced. You cannot leave things disconnected. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm out of here.